Some nights change you forever. You leave home as one person and return as someone you don't quite recognize anymore. This happened to me when I was 20, and to this day, I still don't know how much of it was real, or if I even made it out. It was a Sunday night. I'd been visiting my cousin in a small town about 2 hours from home. We were just hanging out, movies, late night snacks, nothing heavy. I left around 12:30 a.m. The highway back was boring, and my GPS suggested a faster rural road, about 40 minutes off the main route. I took it, because I'd done it once before, and because I liked the quiet. After about 30 minutes, I noticed I hadn't seen another car since I exited the highway. Not one. It was pure silence. No music, no signal, no data. Just me in the darkness. And then, a weird fog started to roll in, thick and heavy, like it was swallowing the road. The GPS glitched and froze, then showed a reroute. Same road, but now it said ETA, 3:17 a.m. Weird. I tapped the screen, but it wouldn't respond. I figured it was just bad service out here. A little girl, maybe 7 or 8 years old, just standing in the middle of the road. No shoes. Her dress was filthy, like she'd been out here for days. She didn't even flinch as I stopped. I opened the window a crack and called out, "Hey, are you okay?" She didn't move, just lifted her hand and pointed toward the woods. I stayed in the car. Something told me not to get out. Then I noticed something moving in the trees behind her. Not an animal. Tall. Too tall. It stepped back into the shadows like it didn't want to be seen. I looked at the girl again. Gone. No sound. Just the wind. My instincts were screaming now. I locked the doors and kept driving. A man, just walking down the middle of the road. Casual pace, hands in his pockets. He was wearing something old. A suit maybe, but out of place. I slowed down but didn't stop. He turned toward me and smiled, but his eyes were black. Not metaphorically, I mean pitch black, like voids. I felt my chest tighten. I tried to shake it off, focus on the road, but then the radio came back on. Not music, whispers, soft, like a crowd murmuring just out of earshot. I couldn't make out words, but it felt personal, like they were talking about me. When I checked the clock again, it was 3:17 a.m. I'd lost nearly an hour, and I had no memory of it. The last thing I remember clearly was the man's face. And then I was farther down the road, still driving. The air felt heavier, like I was underwater. Then I saw it, a signpost, old and splintered, like it had been there for a century. The words were scratched into the wood. No way out, 5 miles. I told myself it was a prank, but my hands were shaking on the wheel. And then I saw them, shapes in the fog, standing just off the road. People, maybe. They didn't move, didn't speak, just watched me pass. Relief washed over me. A place, a person. I pulled in and saw a man behind the counter. Older guy, maybe in his 70s, watching a tiny static-filled TV. I walked inside, my legs like jelly, and told him everything. I hadn't told him anything about the girl. My stomach dropped. I asked what he meant. Before I left, he called out to me, said, "Some shortcuts take you places you're not meant to go." He told me the necklace was hers, that she always appeared to those who needed to remember something. I didn't ask what. I checked the route I took the next day. There's no road like that on any map. And that gas station doesn't exist anymore. Burned down in 1998. They said it was a girl, alone, found on the road, waiting to go home. I keep the necklace in a drawer now. I don't look at it, but sometimes at night I hear her humming. And I wonder, did I really make it home? Some nights don't just pass. They carve themselves into you. They take who you were and leave someone else in your place, someone you don't fully recognize. That's what happened to me when I was 20. One drive, one road, one choice I can't take back. And even now, all these years later, I still don't know how much of it was real, or if I ever truly made it home. It was a Sunday night in October. I'd been at my cousin Jake's place in Millhaven, a nowhere town about 2 hours from where I lived. We were close back then, closer than brothers. We'd spent the weekend like we always did. Bad horror movies, greasy pizza, and talking about nothing until the sun came up. I didn't want to leave, but I had a shift at the hardware store Monday morning. So around 12:30 a.m., I said my goodbyes and hit the road. Jake told me to take the highway, said it was safer even if it was longer, but I was tired and the GPS had other ideas. It pinged with a faster route, some back road called County Route 17. It had shaved 40 minutes off the drive. I'd taken it once before, a year earlier, and it was fine. Quiet, empty. I liked that. So I ignored Jake's advice and turned off the highway. About 20 minutes in, I realized how alone I was. No other cars, no houses, no streetlights. Just me, the road, and the trees. The lo-fi playlist I'd been listening to cut out when my phone lost signal. No bars, no data. Just static hissing through the speakers. I didn't mind at first. The quiet felt right, like the world was holding its breath. Then the fog came. Not a light mist, but a thick, heavy blanket that rolled in from the woods like it had a mind of its own. It curled across the road, swallowing the headlights. I slowed down, squinting to see more than a few feet ahead. The air felt wrong, heavier, colder, like I'd driven into a different season. The GPS started acting up. It froze, then rerouted me down the same road, County Route 17, but now it said I wouldn't get home until 3:17 a.m. That didn't make sense. I tapped the screen, but it was dead. Just a glitch, I told myself. Bad service. No big deal. Then I saw her, a little girl standing right in the middle of the road. No shoes, no coat, just this filthy dress that looked like it had been through a war. She didn't move, didn't flinch, even as my headlights lit her up. Her stillness, it wasn't normal. Like she wasn't scared. Like she'd been waiting,